I was just thinking we don't have much time left, but the idea that you're back in school and all, it must be a strange thing. And you were left back a grade.
A grade?
One time.
Are you kidding, man?
What's...
When I was in school, I had this thing on my mind that you couldn't play sports and study because it would bother your equilibrium. And so I never really studied. I got through because a lot of teachers like me. You know, school teachers are human. You know, they feel that you are an intelligent human being, and so you'll make it sooner or later. But there are 3 levels that I've reached as far as being a student's concerned. The first level was that one where I didn't want to study at all, that I hoped one day I would be a professional baseball player or something like that. I did learn to read, though, because I loved comic books. And
oh, I did, too.
I thought comic books were really great. And then the next thing was I became terribly frightened while in the Navy. I joined the Navy when I was 19, and I got out when I was 23, and I entered Temple University scared to death, man, because I didn't want to work in a restaurant or anything like that. Not as a waiter, but, you know, busboy and whatnot. And so I was scared, so I forced myself to go to the library. I studied scared. Now, at the university, because I want to learn, because I want to know, without pressures. A degree doesn't mean anything to me, man. You know, you throw the paper on me, fine. What's it gonna do, get me a $18,000 a year gig? I can go out and make that on a weekend. You know, so the degree is not the important thing. It's something that I want to know about education so that I can do that thing that I want to do, bridge entertainment and education, to use that tube right there to educate and to aid teachers. So I find myself going to the library, and I started laughing the last time I was in there, man, because I was really reading. Noises didn't bother me because I wanted to get into what I wanted to get into. And I'm reading, and I was laughing. I said, who would think that at the age of 34, I would be coming here of my own free will? You know, when before, like when I was young, you had to beat me to get it, or if there was a nice-looking girl in there. Well, she's in the library, you know, I just get, I read anything then, you know, Field and Stream. You know, and then when I was 23, to go in scared, so I didn't want anybody making any noises, sharpen 1,800 pencils. You know, when you're in college, man, you find all kinds of reasons, you know, why not to do it. Well, you just sharpen a pencil, man, and if the point ain't just so it'll go through you, you know, it ain't sharp enough to write with, you know, and doing that. And now I just go, man, and I sit down there, I got these books, I read through them, and I argue with the writers, I call them names and all that kind of thing, you know, and it's just beautiful.
And that was punishment once. And
once it was punishment. And
I used to see that in the veterans who'd come back, who were in college, and I used to think, gee, they've got some attitude that the other guys don't have, because they came back and I knew they'd gotten some perspective and all that bull, but it didn't mean anything. Now I could appreciate it.
Yeah, well, they do their homework now, too, because they want it, and some of them are scared. But now I'm there because I want to. You know, and that's the juicy, juicy part about it. Just wanting to and doing what you want to do. That's the whole thing right there. So who is Bill Cosby? He said, God bless him, he's doing what he wants to do. Now, I'm not saying that it's all complete, you know, because there are things about being black and being in America. I don't want to let people go to bed with that, but I have to go to bed with it every night.
We left that thing dangling, too, where you said I couldn't be white, and I didn't know what you meant. We talked about it during the break, but I know when you did your series, I'm going to have to really rush this now, but you were taken to task by certain black writers and newspapers who'd say, he isn't representing all the black people with this wonderful opportunity he has.
Yeah.
And what a terrible thing to say to somebody, as if you said to me, be white.
Right.
But what whiteness am I supposed to talk about?
Who are you supposed to represent?
Our dental problems, our financial problems. I pick up something, do it. How do you be as white as you can in the time you have? You were told to be as black as you can, and while you had this rare opportunity, and it's a strange thing. You're right.
But that's America, and we're entertainers, and we have to face it. That's the reality of it. We don't want to send people to bed with that kind of taste in their mouth. We don't want to let them squirm under the covers, so we better think of something funny. So since it's your show,
let's get a big laugh. There, see?